All right, I'm doing the LaBrant family again. It's their latest video. It's titled, "We're Done Having Kids, Cole's Having Surgery." And it's just so bizarre to me that people make videos like this. I mean, I get it. They get a lot of views and money, but Cole's having surgery. I cannot. Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we're back to talking. Life has been bonkers over here.
Bonkers.
Hasn't it bonkers?
You have 5 kids. Of course, it's been bonkers.
Guys, it is getting lit in the LaBrant family household.
I guess that's one way.
And by lit, I mean, if you are thinking about having 5 kids, think again.
Okay.
Okay, so we do have something in common. He said if you're thinking about having 5 kids, think again. I also agree with that advice. But like after you have 5 kids, it's like too late. You can't take them back. I've tried to take them back to the hospital. They won't take them. Non-returnable.
I'm not saying don't do it.
I am saying don't do it.
Thinking this through.
5 kids is a lot of kids.
We were just talking that.
I've got 5 kids. 5 girls.
4 kids is still a lot of kids, but I didn't feel like 4 kids was a lot on me, and I feel like 5 kids, I'm finally like, oh, I get stressed out a little bit.
Everybody has their limit that you know, and it's all situational.
Like, yeah, more so in the fact of like not.
My limit should have been 1.
Like, I can't. I feel like right now in this moment, I can't like go to a pool with all the children by myself, which I'm not used to that. I feel like I can go anywhere by myself with all my kids.
I'll talk as a husband. Savannah is super mom. Like everything that you guys see on.
These people have like a teenager. That is a built-in babysitter, so I honestly don't even really feel why they're complaining.
I personally feel like if I were to go to the pool with all 5 kids right now, I would probably be a little stressed out that like something was gonna happen.
I mean, you do have.
There's just a lot of.
You do have
kids.
an 11-year-old who's relatively easy, but then you got.
Oh, she's 11, not 13, or she's not a teenager.
Newborn.
Baby.
Like just turned 2, so it's just.
So.
It's a lot right now, and that's totally fine. We love it. So like anything that you hear saying, like we would not
sure they do.
life for anything.
Oh, not at all.
So
Sure, they love it. They have to say that. They can't be like, oh, we hate our kids. We regret having them.
whatsoever.
They can't say that. I can,
It's fun though.
and I do.
It's fun. 99% of the time, but there is that 1% where we're like,
Have you seen Cheaper by the Dozen? I'm assuming that everyone here has seen Cheaper by the Dozen. I was thinking about that the other day. Like I was like holding a kid.
Cheaper by the dozen. They have 12 kids. These people have 5. That's less than like half.
But we're also in the newborn stage where I feel like once he's like 4 or 5 months older, we're gonna be okay.
The newborn stage is the best because they don't talk back, they don't do anything. Like they only need to be like fed, sleep, and change their diaper. So easy.
Not really, because all the other kids are a little bit older too.
I guess so.
You know, like Sunday's still so tiny.
Sunday, I will never get over that.
This has got to be the thick of it. Like
Yeah.
in every season, you know, in everyone's life, at some point in your life, you were in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Maybe several times, but we were saying like, remember we look back 20 years from now, like what was the hardest point with raising our kids?
This is probably it.
Physically, it's now because we're just there's no breaks. I'm sure mentally and
These people feel like they can hire a nanny. Like, why are you not doing that?
If he wanted another kid, I'd probably have another. That's how crazy I am.
Yeah. So life's chaotic, which I see some questions in some of your guys' comments and other things, just like why we don't film as much anymore. I know we've kind of addressed it, but we
No one is asking that.
baby being born, and we were kind of like posting a little bit more. But
I think too, we don't have help at all. Like we don't have
Why? Hire someone.
I think a lot of people don't realize that too, because probably just assume that we do, but we don't have any help with the kids. So I feel like for us to be vlogging all the time would just be like
yeah,
so stressful.
all of my family, I have a ton of really great family, but they're all in Florida.
Yeah.
And we're here in Tennessee.
We have my mom, who is helpful, but she's just a single grandma and also has a life. So she's as helpful as she can be, especially just with Everly and dance stuff, because that's alone is a lot.
And we're navigating that.
Yeah.
We just had like family discussions, so we're just kind of like, whenever we turn the camera on, sometimes we have like an agenda of like what we're gonna say, and sometimes it's just like we're gonna let it roll.
They're saying a lot, but nothing at the same time.
She's starting a new dance season, which is gonna be on the dance team, and she loves it. And we want to not encourage her, but support whatever she's doing, and always encourage her in that way.
This past year, she didn't do a dance team. She did still dance, and was dancing with the team and doing all the classes, and she was competing her solos, doing all the same stuff. She wasn't technically on the team doing group routine, so it was like a lot of.
Let's get to Cole's surgery. Everybody wants to watch a vlog about surgery.
Now she's ready to.
I want to hear it.
Full force team, so it's gonna be a big change for us.
So we're like, oh man, 5 kids, full force team. We're building a house.
Yeah.
Which, from what I hear, and from people who have built a home from scratch, they say that building a house.
How else do you build a home? Build a home from scratch. How are you gonna build? You're gonna build a home from halfway done? Like build a home from?
And we both agree on.
Build a home from scratch. What?
And that's why we went for this.
How else would you build it?
People in my life were like, just beware, like. Building a home is supposedly like the most stressful and like
hey, we'll see.
Separating thing.
We'll see.
Like if you can build a house together and like still love each other after. And then I was like, man, well, we're doing that on top of just welcoming a 5th baby, letting everybody.
That sounds awful. I do not want to pick out anything for a house. Like everybody always needs me so much and to do everything for everyone. I do not want to pick out things for a house. Like no.
Things.
Yeah.
I'd rather burn my house down than build a new one.
One kid that's like really in activities. Like Posey just started doing gymnastics, so that's like once a week for an hour. Zealand does soccer once a week for an hour, but it's nothing like Everly is full force in this dance world.
Yeah, but
we'll report back how we're doing after the house is built.
But we are still so in love. I mean, like Savannah, can you just tell people how in love we are?
After you tell people how in love you are with me, then
I am so in love with my wife.
If my husband hugged me like this, I would literally elbow him in the nose.
To just like kiss her.
Like get off of me.
Hours on end. What? I was. And until I eventually somehow convinced you to kiss me back, which was one of the best days of my life.
Okay. Acting like we don't ever kiss.
No, kiss is code.
Oh, got it.
Kiss is code.
Acting like we don't ever kiss.
Well, we got our kids out here. We have a date night coming up, and we had the babysitter come an hour early so we could film this.
How's my makeup?
Beautiful, per usual.
How's my makeup?
It's so like crazy right now.
We actually get some lights. We are still homeschooling our kids. That was another thing that I was going to lead into. Is we are still homeschooling our kids. We're still intending.
These people are complaining about their lives being chaotic, but 1, they chose to have 5 kids. 2, they homeschool those kids. 3, they're building a house. 4, their oldest kid is in like a professional dancer or something. Like, yeah, you're making it chaotic. Like, what?
She was doing this prior to us slowing
Here we go.
down here in Texas.
This is what she's always done.
This is what she's always done. So for us, it's like, and she loves it so much, and she's so good at it. This is what she loves doing. So for me, it's like I can't pull the reins on it when it's something that she's already so into. If she were 5 or 6, I feel like I could.
Yeah.
No, absolutely pull the reins. Pull the rug out from underneath her. She needs to be brought down.
At this point, we've kind of built a community.
Like you're 11, you don't need to be doing dancing every day for hours.
Curious, your guys' inputs.
You need to be babysitting your siblings.
Read these comments down below. It's like if you have kids, or if you've raised kids, or if you're going through this too.
Unfortunately, I am.
This is kind of the only thing that me and Savannah like. We don't fight about it, but we just like it's a constant conversation of like
we've had arguments about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fights, but we definitely have had arguments.
Heavy discussions.
Just to be super honest, because it's something that.
My take on this is my kids are not allowed to do any activities unless they can pay for it themselves and drive them to the activities themselves. Like, I'm not taking time out of my day to drive you to soccer, and I'm not paying for it. I'd rather spend my money on me. Like, get a job if you want to do extracurricular activities. Like, you're not going to the Olympics. Like, you really actually suck at kicking that soccer ball. Like, don't waste your time. And I'm not wasting my time, so don't waste your time.
Over the 4th of July.
Over the 4th of July.
Which is like his all-time favorite holiday.
I want to be on the beach with my kids. You know, I don't want to be at a dance convention and the kids.
You want to be on the beach with your kids. That's literally the worst place to be with your kids.
So expensive because you're traveling to go to all the dance competitions.
Any dance family knows exactly what we're talking about. If you're not, I know that other activities have certain things. So, and
But I want to go back.
This wasn't the point of the conversation.
She loves it, and we are going to let her do it because she loves it so much, and we would not hold her back from doing what she loves.
And also,
It's just hard for us because we're trying to slow down right now, and then we still have that going, and we're like, well, that's not slowing down.
well, and I need to say, I know I might sound like the bad guy. It's not just Everly and her dance. It's like whatever my kids do, I just want to find that healthy balance of like what is enough to like support them so that they can get good at it and go as far as they can, where also it doesn't become the number one priority in our life.
Yeah.
And that's what we always are trying to discuss. Like, okay, let's let her do this, but how can we balance
You
this?
just don't let them do it.
It's already so hard to balance.
Say no. Not until you can drive or pay for it yourself. Can we move on from this dancing thing? No comment. I don't have a comment. I actually have lots of comments, but I'm not going to take the time to type them.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is the first time where I'm like very close to saying I'm 100% done. I always have like a little inkling in the back of my mind whenever I say that. So it makes me sad. But I think I'm done.
we might and likely will adopt down the road.
I would love to adopt. So I know that if I want him to get more on board for adopting,
You guys hear that out there?
the children. If I want him to get more on board for adopting, that I need to be done having kids.
God has blessed us with so much, the means and just the love to raise kids, and we love the season of life so much.
What do we need this long explanation for? We don't even need you to say this, but if you're going to tell us about this, just say we're not having any more kids. But if you talk for 10 minutes about this.